Cortana. Unsnap.
Yeah, man.
Unsnap.
Bass stills in the building, flash the camera. I'ma drop the hammer. Things done changed the hip hop since that Bobby out the slammer. Hip hop start on the East Coast and it move west now down the Bama.
Play some damn draft games. How brave do I want to get? I don't play Ultimate Team. We'll start on Unranked. Let's draft. Don't like Chip Kelly. I'm gonna go ahead and take Dirk Cutter. All right, round one.
Boy, we've just gotten started here, and already these guys have been handed a really difficult decision to make.
Shit. Fuck. Suit zone is 81. Try something new. Let's try to take somebody different.
Maker. That's what that big right there is.
Alright, round. Ooh. Earl Thomas, Terrell Suggs, we just picked up a linebacker. Let's take Earl Thomas.
Yeah, that's the kind of guy who can elevate that entire unit. He's a very talented addition.
Jeez, Cameron Wake, Ryan Kerrigan. Let's take Cameron Wake. Oh, defense, huh?
3 choices here, all of them impact players.
Shit. Well, let's just fucking keep doing the pass rush here since that's all they're giving me. Oh.
So with a handful of starters already nailed down, you have to ask yourself,
take Big Ben here.
For depth, or do you just try to cover as many areas of the field as possible? This is a pretty telling pick here. Do you go for a big bruiser up front?
Yeah, you take the
or
left
get
tackle.
yourself someone who could be a difference maker at a skill position? These are the rounds you love to see. Some big names to choose from here.
And a right.
They change the climates and replacing humans.
It's not really an upgrade. We'll take
Maybe not a huge upgrade over what they had already, but they're certainly building up some depth.
All right. Right tackle. They don't have a running back yet. Slow D-Shot. Take the right tackle. Michael Crabtree, Tyler Taylor, David DeCastro.
Be a surprise to see a second go here.
I'm gonna take David DeCastro, build the line. I want to move these fucking around.
Now it's getting to the time of the draft where you really want to get lucky and hope somebody falls into your lap.
And away to the left. Fuck it. Leonard Williams on the right. Give me one more wide receiver.
Yeah, here's a spot where the fan base would be clamoring for a skill player. But do you listen to
Legion of Boom back together. Give me one receiver, bro.
Options here on both sides of the football.
Marshall,
it's pretty much a
easy.
coin flip if you ask me. Always a tough decision, offense or defense.
Shit.
It's all about finding the right balance when you're putting a team together.
Who's my halfback? D'Angelo Williams? I would like another corner. Fuck it. We're gonna go defense. Ah, it worked out. Yeah,
time
early.
now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available. Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available.
We got one. Oh, shit. Fuck it. Defense is sick. Alright, that ain't bad. Let's adjust this damn thing because I know that ain't right. Alright. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. This is... I don't have a good center. No Thomas. Castro. Gilbert. Two backups. Nobody else can play this shit. Alright. Alright, Todd Gurley. Big Ben. Defense. Yeah, one shitty corner with good safeties. Can I get another? I thought I got another. I passed. But I had another right. Frank Barron. Could have sworn I had another linebacker. Alright, it's fine. We're gonna work with this. Let's get to the game. We'll deal with it later. Alright. Probably get some fucking loser. It's fucking cold in here, man.
Thank you, Larry. Brandon Gaudin, along with Charles Davis here in the booth. We are set for a spectacular draft champions matchup and some spectacular talent on your screen right now. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get down to the field. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in draft champions. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Again, we'll see the pistol here. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
When I see Cameron Wake make plays like that, I can't help but shake my head sometimes. He had to go to Canada first before he came back to the NFL, where he's now an all-pro.
Yeah, undrafted out of Penn State, but look at him now.
And just think about all the pass-rushing moves he has, his ability to play against the run. Remember, he was a combo outside linebacker, defensive end. Now he's just simply one of the best in the NFL.
He's got a man complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. They'll get 19 yards there. And the Steelers are going to have a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, That route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Dalton throwing on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defender's going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. And there's a flag on the field. And Frank's kick is good. But there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
They go play action here on first down. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Devin Funches from 6 yards away. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. A gain of 3, second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. And he's got some space here. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. shift together here from the D-line. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick six. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
He's not exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the first quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the second one.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And it's complete. The tight end, Deion Sims. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position. A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Caught left side by Funchess. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The one running back is Gurley. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And as a defender, if you come up with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that. But to have 2 in the first quarter, that's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often.
And a wildcat formation here.
Let's go! 1, 9!
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. It was Joe Hayden, the former Pro Bowler, that came up to get him down. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. They'll come out in the pistol. Now Sims. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him and gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
And kept him to a short run play there. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Third down from the gun, Dalton. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it'll be 4th down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Now carry. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Dumps it off to Gurley. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Flush to his right. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Big Ben, not the most agile quarterback in NFL history, but he can use those legs when he needs to.
He really can, and I think it starts with him taking contact and shedding people trying to get him on the ground. That's when he becomes the most elusive.
Yeah, something he honed back at the University of Miami in Ohio.
Yeah, and they didn't get him down in the MAC. It's hard to get him down in the NFL.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
We just saw another example of that.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On second down, Roethlisberger. That is caught. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right?
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Todd Gurley taking it in. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Dalton, 1st and 10. Green with a catch left side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And the D looking like they may blitz. It's second down. Dalton looking. Toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Passing, it's Dalton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A first down throw coming for Dalton. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. He's got time in the pocket. And Stills over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. They'll get 32 yards there. And it'll be first down Giants. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This a 43-yard attempt. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On second down, Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off by Sean Smith.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll run here with Sims. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Second down, Dalton. That's caught at the 3. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They come out here in the eye. First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I still like the idea of letting your tailback get you home. But here, they let the fullback try to get the tough yard. And that's the toughest spot on the field. And he stopped for no gain on first down.
Second and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. They held him out on second down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now 3rd down and goal from the 1. Here's Sims on the run. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Charles Sims taking it in. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Franks to add the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Funches with a catch over the middle. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And he gets it to Funches complete. 8 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the 1st down. He's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
Forced out to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Taking a shot here for Marshall. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Their big-bodied receiver, 59 yards. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game. Roethlisberger looking to throw. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They go play action here on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it, trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Sims, complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. Big Ben, with his size, sometimes it still surprises me when he can dance for a first.
He's the preeminent quarterback at taking contact, shedding it, and turning it into a big play. You know what they say about it? It's not the first 3 seconds of the play that you worry about with him. It's the next 3. Takes the hit, and now he creates a big one.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the fourth. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Steelers' offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. He's back to throw. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. And they get 28 yards on that one. And it'll give the Steelers a first down. And they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Charles Sims, the intended target. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And now a first down following that long gain.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here.
Zebra! 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 Zebra!
He'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. And if you're going to pass down here, you better get... And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Big spot. Andy Dalton. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. So with next to nothing left on the clock, they get Charles what should be the game-winning touchdown catch.
That felt so much like practice and preparation coming together. So many times your last practice of the week, you score the game-winning touchdown. Everyone leaves the field feeling good about themselves. They got it done for real in this situation.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And New York set to take the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Here's Roethlisberger. Right back for Marshall. This time it's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Well, Charles, there's an old saying, don't let a loss beat you twice.
You're exactly right about that, Brandon. When you look at it and all of your preparation went into winning this week, now you have to absorb a loss and find a way to shake it off.